Hey! Is the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.
Feels like it's time.
Fair enough.
BB and Jack Fruits. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We did not have a show yesterday. We're gonna wait for a couple of people to get in here. We give like 5-6 minutes of my monologue usually. We used to do like 10-15 minutes of monologue, but we used to have a really big crowd here, so I used to try to wait until about 50, 60, or 70 people got in here before the show started. In any regard, we did not have a show yesterday. I want to apologize about that. I was having a we have a big decision to make over here. Right now, as everybody know, we currently work in a center, or we help out or volunteer, whatever you want to call it, in a center in the area. So yesterday, God showed me a couple of things. And one of the things that he showed me was our facilities inside of Seagate apparently just got fixed. So, as everybody knows, previously I had told y'all that I was in negotiations with conversations with some people around here about actually using the facility. So they fixed the facility. So, there was like an issue that I was having, or I am currently having, I guess you want to say, at where I'm at. So I'm right now looking at this as, this might be a situation where God would want to remove me from the situation that I'm currently in and give me a different one. So I don't know, what I'm saying? We're going to see how it plays out. But that's why there was no live yesterday. I was, and the facility is beautiful. It's large. Like, it's not as big as I thought it was, but it's way bigger. How do you say it? Like, it's larger than I thought it was, right? But I'm surprised. That's the best way I could put it. I'm surprised. But it's like I had expectations. Anyway, so that's dope. And I don't know what they're going to do with the facility right now. Or, I'm hoping that it has it's a gym, right? So it has the basketball court and everything, but it also has a stage. We could put on plays. I want to put on plays and stuff like that so bad. So it has a stage, and it has a actual basketball court and everything, rims and everything on the inside. It's beautiful. It can be much more beautiful. So I actually got a chance to see it. I know a lot of people over here, especially the people that's on the board and everything. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have some conversations soon. As soon as I run into any of them, maybe we have some conversations soon, because I'm 100. I'll come over here and run their program. Absolutely. And then I'll be able to have people, I'm constantly trying to avoid people that want to make me upset. So, that's, the majority of what I do through the course of a day. I just avoiding people who just want to come around me to be assholes. So, that'll be dope. I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but that'd be dope to be either running my own program, because I kind of did run a program, but I didn't have no building. But I was running a program out here last summer and the summer before, just in the park. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have any facility. So they were speaking with me before about it, and, hopefully this summer we get into more conversations, and then conversations can hopefully lead to negotiations like that. So that'd be dope. But see how God do? God say, somebody not treating you right, just do right by me, and I'm going to put you in the situation you need to be. That's how God do you. Just be mindful of that. With that being said, let's get to the actual show. So, today's show. I'm hoping I gave it, 5 minutes. I said 5 minutes, right? Today's show, we're going to be talking about these Santaury City Mayors. They had to answer questions. We also going to be talking about Canada and Mexico tariffs, And we're going to be talking about the Democratic freefall. What up, Lady Mahogany? How you doing this morning? She says, morning, blessings, Jack. How you doing this morning? I'm doing great, Lady Mahogany. I'm doing all of the greatnesses. I was actually, I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm sorry. Take a second. So, just so y'all can understand how committed I am to the things that I do. So, I was out there the other day handing these out because we, you could I hope y'all can use this QR code and you'll be able to go and should be able to use the QR code. Is it close enough? I don't know if it's blurry or whatever. But this is what we do. So I would love to bring this and to the other facility. This is what we do. Besides the basketball, besides the football, I was walking around handing these out to just parents I saw out in the street the other day and hanging them up in different stores and everything. We're trying to save as many kids as possible. I know that there's people out there that just want everything I do to fail. But I'm out here trying to save kids and bring kids to Jesus and shit like that. So just be mindful of that when you got to talk to God after you die. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. We all gonna die at some point. Be mindful of that. God gonna be like, there was this guy. He was trying to save the kids. He was trying to ruin his life. Why? And you're not gonna be able to give him a reasonable answer. I promise you. In any regard, I want to start off this show while we are discussing the topic. I want to talk about Canada and Mexico tariffs real quick. And then after that, we're going to get to the Sanctuary City Mayors. I think that's going to be the longest part of our conversation, talking about the Sanctuary City Mayors. But first, I want to talk about this Mexico, Canada tariffs. Because there's been a thing that I've constantly been saying in regards to these tariffs. I've been telling people the tariffs aren't because they want to charge these other guys with anything. That's not why the tariffs exist. The tariffs exist because they want to get people to the bargaining table in many situations, in many instances, in order so that they can negotiate. This is why the tariffs exist. The tariffs don't exist primarily because we want to charge people to import their goods. There's politics behind it. That's why when these Democrats say all your stuff is going to be more expensive, they're just lying to you. They know that they're lying. See, it's different when somebody says something to you that's not true, but they believe it. I forgive those people so fast. Because they believe it. These elected Democratic officials, they know they're lying to you. They're purposely misinforming the public so they can stay in power. You're like, hey, Jack, how can you prove any of those things? I think you just say stuff. Yeah, well, remember we was having this conversation about tariffs, and I said basically the same thing that I'm saying right now. I was trying to inform people tariffs was a good thing. I remember that. So there's a couple of things I want to show you. A couple of things. At this point, I ain't gonna lie to you. I understand why some people don't like me. Imagine a dude that constantly is explaining to you that you're wrong about things, and they're right. You are wrong. But you so prideful. You so prideful that you don't want to change your behavior or do better. So you just get mad at the mofo for being right. Give me a second. Let me make sure I found this clip. Let me make sure. Shit, did I put it? I don't know if I put it. They got a sheik. I think he was a sheik. He was talking. I got to make sure I got the clip. Don't worry. I got other stuff to show you if I do not have the clip. But once again, I have been so right Do not got the clip. But I'm going to see it again on the internet at some point, and we're going to talk about it in a different day. But I got something else. Check this out. Now, do y'all remember? This was when Trump first talked about the tariffs. So this is before he got elected. Give me 1 second. I need to put more water in this. Do y'all remember? Before Trump got elected, when he was talking about tariffs, and the Democrats, while he was talking about tariffs, kept going on and on. I have a water filter thing, but it's not like one of the expensive ones. It's one of the, affordable ones. So it just takes forever to filter water. Shout out to that shit though. I'm happy to have it. Don't let nobody lie to you. If they say anything different, it's all of the lies. So I want to be clear about something. I had already told you that one of the reasons why we have the tariffs is because they want. I got a couple of things to say before I show you this thing, because Trump is trying to get these other countries to deal with America fairly. Once again, other countries have tariffs on American goods that are exponentially higher than anything that America is doing with the tariffs on this end. So our companies can't do business in their country. I don't think people understand that. So I'm gonna break it down. Let me get this thing real quick. So I'm going to break it down. And I want to be clear on this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. Listen, pay attention. When our agriculture is marked up 200 plus percent when it gets shipped to Canada, how are our farmers supposed to sell their produce, their agriculture in Canada? I'm going to say that again. Just listen and pay attention. So, if our produce, eggs, milk, get a 250% markup whenever it gets shipped, a 250% tariff when they try to sell the goods in Canada. Because this is the Canadian law. The Canadians put this in place. The people that run the country. How are our farmers supposed to sell their goods in Canada? Just explain that to me. So, besides the fact our economy is crazy right now, so in America, the markup is ridiculous for these same items. They can't even sell the items in our closest, we got our two closest neighbors, Mexico, Canada. They can't even sell their stuff in Canada, one of our closest neighbors, because the markup is so high. Who the fuck is going to buy it? But isn't that the same thing the Democrats said that we should be scared about, because this is what Trump is going to do to us? Why are they not complaining that the Canadians are doing that to our farmers? Why is this not a complaint? Explain that to me. So just so we can be clear, before Trump got into office, he spoke about the tariffs. He gets in the... Oh, sheesh. I'm upset now. I'll wait for that to finish. He gets in the office. Now he's in office. Pardon me. When he first spoke about what he was going to do with the tariffs, what did they do? All the Democrats said was everything was going to be too expensive. So the Democrats know that when the tariffs are high, the people can't buy the goods because of the markup. Then why aren't the Democrats fighting Canada for our farmers? I think that's a fair question. So the Democrats factually know that if tariffs go high, the product that's being imported, the price has to go up in order for the person that's importing it, the company that's putting it into your country, in order for them to be making a profit, in order for it to make sense for them to be doing this in the first place. Right? So they know this. And even with knowing this, they haven't negotiated better tariffs with Canada and Mexico. They haven't negotiated better tariffs. So they know this. This is not a mystery. I'm saying a thing, right? And I'm saying it slow on purpose. Mind you, I'm saying it slow on purpose. Why do Democrats hate American businesses? Just ask yourself that part. Why are Democrats always at war with American companies, but they love foreign companies? So they love foreign rich people, but they hate native rich people. Explain that to me. I'm walking down the block today, and some black lady was out on the street. So for everybody that don't know, there's like a ton of, not all, but there's a ton of black women that live in this community that just absolutely hate me. They got like various different ways. I think one of the reasons why they mad at me right now, because I'm kind of like really madly in like, or whatever you want to call it, with this Puerto Rican chick. So I think they mad about that, be honest with you. Because, you know, black women don't think that black men should ever date anything except for black women. And anyway, I'm not getting into that because this ain't a black woman thing. This specific woman decided to yell out to somebody else that she thought I was a Caucasian man. And the reason for this is because I don't stand on here all day talking about racism. Racism is a poor people problem. Y'all keep accusing these rich people of being racist. I promise you, I don't care if they like or dislike black people. If rich people could make money with you, they will. You don't think that there's businesses out, there's people out there that their countries are at war with each other. They hate each other. Their countries have been warring with each other for hundreds of years. But if they can make a buck with you, they're going to do business with you. Racism is a poor people problem. Okay? So when you're mad at racists, stop being mad at the rich people. They don't care nothing about that. I promise you they don't. They care about their money. They care about leaving their money to their family. They care about making more money and leaving that money to their family. They don't care if they got to do business with a black person, a Mexican person. They don't care. Y'all people that know no rich people are constantly talking about what rich people want to do. Y'all know none. Do you know one person that makes over $1 million a year net? Why am I saying all of this? Because one, I was 100% right about the tariffs. And two, why is Mexico coming straight out and saying these things? President Trump suspended tariffs for both countries after Mexico's leader presented her security successes and after the U.S. markets fail, and business leaders urge the White House to change course. Okay, so we're going to read a couple of articles. We're going to see how different people reported on this. Shout out to these people, whether I agree with them or not. And they are also reporting from Mexico City. Let's just be mindful of that. When President Trump got a call from Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico, did I say that right? Sheinbaum of Mexico on Thursday morning, she was firm and the tariffs were inescapable. Okay, first of all, is she cute? I think she's fine. Hold on. I'm sorry about this. I'm curious because I think I seen her talking and I was, you know, who I think is really fine, is really attractive. Hold on, I'm sorry, we got to take a break for a second. She's cute. You could tell when she was in her younger years, she was killing it. She cute. You could tell when she was younger, she had it going on. She's cute. Who is the chick from Italy? Italy's prime minister. Yeah, she would have to be my, you know how other people have, they're like, if they in a relationship or they married or something like that, and they're like, yo, that gotta be my, the person that if I sleep with them, you can't be mad. She would have to be the person for me. She's cute, but I just love the way she talks. And she takes no shit. And all of those people are trying to bully her into into being on a certain side. And she's like, screw that. I'm doing the thing I think is the best thing to do. Now, as far as looks go, she's cute. But her fucking personality and her attitude is the whole win. I think I got a clip for y'all today. She's cute. She's cute. I don't think she's going to win any contest. Oh, wait, hold on. She got hips too? I don't know. She might have hips too. She Italian. She might have hips. Hold on. Let's see if we get a full body shot. I should not be looking at this stuff. We supposed to be busy. Okay. And she's not even up for the tart. She's not even. Please stop with these damn pantsuits. Ah! Let's get back to what we talking about. I hate them damn pantsuits. Anyway, let's get back to what we... Hey, stop with the pantsuits. Okay, when President Trump got on the phone call with President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico on Thursday morning, he was firm. The tariffs were inescapable. So he got on the phone with her. He said, nah, this is what we doing. The tariffs stay, Mr. Sheinberg quoted Mr. Trump as saying, recounting the conversation at the news conference hours earlier. I also want to explain something to y'all. The thing that made people go crazy is when Trump said he was going to have reciprocatory tariffs. Basically, whatever you charge us as tariffs, we're going to charge you. I don't know why that's an issue. So basically, one of the main reasons why Trump is hitting them with these tariffs is because he wants fentanyl to stop coming through the borders. Now, for everybody that thinks Mexico is the biggest issue with fentanyl, you're wrong. It's Canada. Now, remember, when Trump said Trump wants the death penalty for, listen, bear with me. That's NPR. NPR's good. I like it. No. NPR is the jerk-offs. NPR's jerk-offs. Obviously, you can tell what USA Today is about. They jerk-offs too, right? Oh, no, this is for, but they still jerk-offs. All right. Look how far back this goes. May 10th, 2023. Hold on. There's context that need to be had here. There's context. All right, so let's go to the recent. This is before AP. These guys. All right. I don't really fuck with AP neither. But, they have access. So you got to go to the people who have access. So even if they report incorrectly, at least you have, understanding of what went on. Anyway, Trump signs death penalty order directing Attorney General to help states with get lethal injection drugs. So I want to be clear about something. President Trump signed a sweeping execution. Pardon me. President Trump signed a sweeping execution order Monday on the death penalty that directs the Attorney General to take all necessary and lawful action to ensure that states have enough lethal injection drugs to carry out executions. I personally think that this is for fentanyl and heroin. And don't be surprised if a couple of actual doctors that's writing prescriptions end up getting on these lists. I do not believe, I could be wrong obviously, I do not believe this is for marijuana. I don't even believe this is for cocaine. I mean, if you got bricks, it might be for use. But I believe that this is for fentanyl and heroin. Why do I think it's for fentanyl and heroin? Y'all do know where most of the heroin comes from, right? So, you rat bastards be out here talking about all of these things. You out here talking about you're pro, whatever you're pro, right? Whatever it might be. We got a thing to talk about Hamas too. You're pro whatever, right? You do know every time you buy fentanyl and every time heroin, let's talk about heroin. Every time you buy heroin, you're actually feeding into, they're actually giving money to those nations that are doing all of the terrorism. Like the main places, not the only, the main places that are making all of this money in America off of heroin are the terrorists. Go speak to some military. So I'm going to tell you something that was going on during Obama's reign. During other people's also, even Democrats. I mean, even Republicans. So they have huge, allegedly, they have huge poppy fields over there in the Middle East. Like huge, allegedly. And a lot of the heroin is literally coming in from the Middle East. Now, why? So that's a reason why Trump would want to execute these people. So just so we could be clear, why is fentanyl something I also believe is the thing he'd be after? Who do you think is bringing fentanyl into the country? China, allegedly, through Canada. So if he starts giving the death penalty to people who are shipping and supplying heroin to America and shipping and supplying fentanyl to America, then he's going to be cutting off the money train to a couple of his enemies, just so we could be clear. And if we're also clear, who are the people that we know work with China like a mug? Democrats. Democrats are the ones that allow China to buy all of that farmland in America, while they also making sure that farmers in America can't even sell their goods in other countries because they're not forcing other countries to lower their tariffs. Think about that. I keep hearing that Democrats is about something. I need to know what Democrats are about other than hating America. Other than that, I need to know. All they do is talk about racism. Fam, the racism y'all talking about don't exist anymore. Does racism exist? Absolutely. I know some black people that hate the shit out of white people. It exists. And don't say black people can't be racist, because black people are in positions of power nowadays. That they can't exercise said definition of what racism actually is. They're in positions of power nowadays. All over the place, man. The idea that black people could not be racist previously was because they weren't in positions of power where they can actually exercise said power and prevent people that are from different races to be able to either get promotions or, you know, whatever benefits that would come from them if they were not of said race that the people didn't like. Well, black people are in positions of power now, so they can exercise racism. See what happens when you understand how words work? A lot of times, I'm not having a misunderstanding with somebody. They just don't know how words work. That's it. They be talking to me and they just have no idea how words work. And they be saying a thing and they don't be knowing what they be saying because they just heard somebody else say it. So they thought it was smart. So just so we could be clear, Trump wants to give the death penalty to people involving drugs. So the reason why I wanted to say that real quick was because the Mexican president pressed her case. She sent Mr. Trump a chart showing a sharp decline in fentanyl seizures at the U.S.-Mexican border and told him that tariffs would make it harder to keep up the security collaboration she was delivering the results. Now, I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to happen. I believe that Mexico and Canada are both going to work as hard as possible before the deadline to try to prevent these tariffs from coming into effect. Because these tariffs will cripple their country. I'm going to say this again for the people that don't understand how this shit works. These tariffs, if they go into effect, will cripple these. There's nothing that Canada can do. There's not. Imagine if Canada decided to do some weird shit, like cut our power off, and they have a contract already to give us power. And then they say, we're going to break that contract. We're going to cut your power off, this country that has no military. Not only, I have like a little piece of paper. Not only are we going to cut your power, this country that has no military, but we're going to cut your power during a time when Donald Trump is president. The guy that was already famous and then went up levels of fame by saying you're fired. How do a nigga get more famous who's already astronomically famous? How do you even get more famous by firing niggas? Explain that to me. So, what is Canada going to do other than pay the tariffs? And just so we could be clear, you better believe Canada has some type of something in writing with America in order for us to buy power from them. Remember, we're buying the power from them. They're not giving it to us. I believe we're buying the power at least. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we're buying power. Who the hell gives away electricity? What country is giving away electricity to another country? They're going to mark up our tariffs 250% on milk, but they're going to give us free electricity. That doesn't make sense. I be trying not to laugh at some of this shit. I went back and I was watching, it was a while ago, but I was watching one of the shows we had previously. This was a while ago, a couple months. And then I'm like, damn, why do I keep laughing? But I'm listening at the show and I'm laughing along with me, just so we can be clear. But I'm like, damn, I gotta get better at not laughing at my own stupid ass jokes. For real. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. We're buying power from them. We have a contract with them. What in the world makes you think they could just cut our power off and there won't be consequences? They have no military. We are their military. They also have people in their country that think that it would be a good idea for Canada to become the 51st state. You think they really want to get into a power struggle right now with Trump, who is probably the most popular person on the planet right now? The only people that don't know he's popular is the Democrats. That's it. And the voting Democrats, the elected Democrats, understand how popular he is. That's why they're scared. It's the voting Democrats that don't know how popular he is. This nigga's the most popular man on the planet right now. By far. It's not even close. We would need for Michael Jackson's to still be alive in order for there to be somebody alive right now more popular than him. In a positive way. You know that the jump off that they had the other day. Let me show you something. I'm going to use this screen to show the videos because I was running late and I didn't want to start the show super late. So we're going to use this screen right now to show some of these videos. Hold on. Now I have to go. I don't know if I got them all the ones I needed. I'm going to show you something. Let me see if I got it. Hold on.
My husband. Oh,
not that. Okay, here we go. Let me show you something. And this is why. Hold on. Before I say this, I'm gonna prime y'all. This is why all of these Democratic elected officials that keep telling y'all to hate Trump, hate Trump, hate Trump, hate Trump. You gotta hate Trump. You gotta hate Trump. You gotta hate Trump. You gotta hate Trump. I don't see how y'all don't see that as manipulation. Like at some point when we become an adult, like we all got shit about us that's just fucked. Let's just be honest. But there's some point when we become an adult that we have to understand what manipulation is. This is one of the main reasons why when people don't like me for no reason, I'd be like, you literally don't like me because you were manipulated. Like literally, like you're a whole NPC. You're not even a real person to me. You're a whole NPC. Some weirdo somewhere told you you had to dislike me, so you do? What kind of shit is that? That don't even make sense. Some weirdo that you barely know told you that they know me implicitly. I don't even know the niggas. So then what am I supposed to think about you? This person done told you they like my family or some shit, and I don't even know the nigga. I don't know them. Some of these people, I might have been in contact with them because we worked at the same job. And they've convinced you that they know me implicitly. Americans are just stupid. I don't know no way to put it. Anyway, so let me just show y'all something real quick. I just want to prove to y'all that the Democrats are lying about everything that they say about Trump.
One of the more shocking figures that I saw made me go, wait a minute, hold on one second. Whoa, Americans on Trump and Joe's efforts. Musk and Doge should influence government spending and operations. Look at this, 54%. The majority say that he and they should. How about approve of Trump trying to cut staff at government agencies? Again, you get a majority here, 51%. So yeah, Elon Musk might not be that popular, but these cuts and the idea of spending cuts, at least within the federal government and cutting at government agencies, that actually has majority support. I was truly surprised by this, Kate, but the numbers are the numbers.
How do they feel? What do they think they're actually cutting?
Yeah, what do they think they're actually cutting? Democrats want to argue that the type of spending that Musk is cutting is mainly necessary programs, but that comes in at just 36%. The wasteful spending actually wins the plurality here at 42%, according to a recent Washington Post Ipsos poll. And I think that is the reason why you see that when it comes to Musk and Doge, you see, in fact, the majority believe he should have some influence because they believe, the plurality believe, that he is cutting wasteful spending, not necessary programs that Democrats are arguing.
I just want to be clear. So you do understand that basically, what the fuck? Did I close the wrong thing? Yeah, I did. Sheesh. So you do understand that basically what homeboy just said, whether you get it or not, is that the majority of Americans that entered whatever that poll is are in favor of what Trump is doing. There's another poll. Basically, I'll tell you, I might have it somewhere. I might have it somewhere, but if I find it, I find it. So basically, 74% of Americans that were polled agreed with Trump's speech. Let me show you something. Do I got it? It was a ton of stuff that I was supposed to get, and I just didn't get it because I was running late. I got it on my phone, though. Hold on. I want to show y'all this because this is the point that I'm always trying to make why it's so hard to have a conversation with your Democratic friends and family, because basically, not to their fault, not faulting them, no disrespect to them, but basically what they're doing is they're just repeating back to you shit that they heard from the people that they admire. The problem is the people that they admire didn't tell them anything except for lies. Chuck Schumer said a thing. I wanted to show that to y'all, but Chuck Schumer came out and said that the American people said everything Trump said was a lie. All Trump does is lie. Trump is a liar. That ain't working no more, fam. What's going to happen in 6 to 7 months when even more proof comes out that everything Trump is doing and saying is right? What's going to happen 6 to 7 months? Because you need a little bit of time for the people who aren't mentally ill to get it. There's people that are mentally ill. They're never going to get it. It is what it is. They're mentally ill. But you're going to need a little while for the people who aren't mentally ill to get it. You understand? They're going to get it. You understand what I'm saying? You're just going to need a minute. You're going to need a couple of months. Because, at the end of the day, we all a little hard-headed towards things. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to need a couple of months. I think by the fall, it's just going to be, by the fall, we'll be settled, basically. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be settled. We're going to be where we're at. Democrats are going to be so loathed. I promise you. They're going to be loathed. The hate that the Democrats, that people are going to have for the Democratic Party is going to be so much. I promise you. It's going to be so much. So much. The only people that's going to stay a part of the Democratic Party is going to be the people that's just hateful. That's it. I promise you. Watch. The only people that's going to stay on the plantation is going to be the hateful people. It's going to be the poor people, the hateful people. Those are the only people that's going to stay, fam. Ain't nobody else staying. I promise you. And the people that benefit from, the Democratic Party being able to trick people. Other than that, everybody's jumping shit. Watch. Democratic Party needs new leadership. But the people who are in control of the Democratic Party will never leave. I want to show y'all something real quick. This is how the Democratic Party has done to y'all. This is what they've done to y'all. Hold on. Let me show you something. This is what the Democratic Party has done. Hold on. Is this the one? No, not that one. I'll show that one too. Hold on. No, not that one. We're going to show that too. Hold on. I got to show you a thing. I know for a fact it's in my phone. Hold on. I want to show you a thing. This is what the Democratic Party has done to y'all. Well, I don't know for a fact it's in my phone. I think it's in my phone. Do y'all know? I'll pull up a news article. I wanted to show you an actual clip of it. I'll put it up on the screen. Hold on. I'm going to put this up on the screen. I'm going to show you this. I'm sending it to my computer. Got to show y'all this. This is bananas. It's just straight bananas. As at some point, we as a people, we have to kick out the idiots. Kick the fucking idiots out. I don't know why we can't kick the idiots out. I don't know why we have to kowtow to the idiots. Here go the clip I was looking for the Schumer. Hold on. Boom. Download. All right, the other one's coming through. I'm going to show you the Schumer one real quick. So check this out. And this is what I mean. I want to be clear about this. This is what I mean. So the American people have overwhelmingly agreed with Trump and Trump's position and everything that Trump said at his speech last night, right? Overwhelmingly. It's like 74% of the people liked Trump's speech and agreed with Trump's speech, right? Is this shit downloading? Like, what are they doing to me over here? Wait, what's this?
I was looking around social media today.
Boom. We're going to look at that too. Hold on. Let me make sure this shit is downloading. I don't know why I'm having an issue with this shit downloading. Is there something wrong with the file, maybe? Because this is not the first time I tried to download it. This is crazy. Can I drag it into a window? Like, what the fuck? I'm downloading like 3 times. Just get it done once. Okay, so it's downloaded. Where the hell did y'all send it? I'm sorry for being this is. I done downloaded the thing. There we go. Now it popped up on the thing down here 3 or 4 times. I can't stand this shit. Anyway, so let me show y'all this shit real quick. So overwhelmingly, the American people have agreed, or 74% of the people polled agreed with the speech Trump gave last night. This is what Chuck Schumer has to say.
Is it the belief of the caucus that there is wasteful spending in government that needs to be cut? Do you agree with Doge in that sense?
Of course there's some wasteful spending, but you don't use a meat axe and cut everything.
Wait, hold on. This is old. I didn't get the new thing. Sheesh! This is old. But yeah, that don't make sense. You don't cut everything. So I'm going to explain to you how I clean up real quick. This is what I do. Like when I'm cleaning up. Let's say the house is in complete shambles. Everything is everywhere. Like I'm not dirty, but I'll leave something somewhere, and then I'll leave, and then I'll come back and I'll leave something else somewhere. You know, I'm a whole bachelor. You know how we get down. So there'll come a part where I'm just like, oh man, let me just clean up this whole place. You want to know what I do? I clean up one section and move everything from that section to another section, and then I'll clean up that section and move everything from that section to another section. So I'll clean that section, or generally I'll clean this section, move all that stuff over here, then I'll clean that section, move all that stuff over there, then I'll clean that section, move all that stuff over there, and then I get all the way around. Now I got one section where everything is at that I don't have a place for, that I have to figure out where to put it. You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever the case might be, that stuff is either going in the garbage or it got to get put up, or whatever the case got to be, right? I don't sit there and meticulously go through every little item like this slowly, because that's going to take for fucking ever. So that's what Chuck Schumer's basically wanting them to do. To take care of it in a way that's going to make them take forever to do it, so it never gets done. Now you wonder why bureaucracy works the way that it does. Because of people like Chuck over there. Always trying to get in the way and prevent progress. Now, I want to say something. I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. We have people on Social Security that they're saying is over 200 years old. There's a person that was receiving Social Security that was older than 300 years old. How old is America? I know 1776, but you know, I want to show. I'll never forget 1776. I was born in 1976, so just so we could be clear. So this isn't a I didn't know thing. So, but I wanted a years. $248 years. How in the hell is there somebody on Social Security that's 300 years old? How long has Social Security been around? Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot. Okay. So, since 1935. So how in the hell is there somebody on Social Security that's over 300 years old? So Chuck Schumer doesn't think that that's waste? So when they stop paying these people on Social Security that's like 300 and 400 years old, the Democrats, they consider that wrong, apparently. They consider that you're stealing, or they consider Musk stealing from Social Security. Explain that to me. They stopping all of the Medicaid payouts. Yeah, the ones that was going to Asia and Europe, as they should. I'm about to say something. I think that if you're in America, if you're receiving any benefits from our American system, that you have to be living in America to receive them a majority of the year. So you need to be living in America physically 2/3 of the year in order to be receiving any benefits of any kind, in order to be receiving unless you're a veteran. If you're a veteran, you can live anywhere on the planet. You can live in Antarctica. Those are the only people that should be exempt. Veterans. Every other person, you should have to live in America in order to them checks should never reach another border. They shouldn't never reach, period. They send in our Medicaid and Medicare benefits, which is our tax money, abroad. How are we going for this? How is this a cool thing? Explain that to me. Coincidentally, everything that I was telling y'all was going to happen is literally happening. Everything that I told y'all was going to happen politically is literally happening. Like at this point, like I've said this numerous times, either I'm smart as shit, like smart, or God has his hand on my freaking shoulder talking in my ear. It's one of the two, fam. It's one of the two. I'll take either, because they're both extraordinary compliments. I'll take either. But I've been accurate. Think about all of the people that argue this stuff with me, right? And I'm not talking about the people who are friendly with me. I'm talking about the people who are assholes to me. They argue these shits to me all the time. I have a whole group of people out here in Coney Island. They hate my fucking guts because to them, I hate black people because I want us to do better. I hate black people because I want us to stop killing each other. I hate black people because I want us to stop abusing each other. I hate black people because I want us to want more for each other. So I hate us. These same people think all of the ratchet shit is black people activity. Same people. Like all of the shit that we might do, that we need to get out of our community because it's hurting us, they think this is, this is black people activity. And black people should be conducting themselves like this to the end of time. I'm going to tell you something. So We are God's people. Now, there are a ton of people that's God's people. Don't get this confused. But we are God's people. And the Bible tells us we're God's people. The Bible tells you how everyone looks. It tells you how everyone looks. People who worship the Most High, people that don't. It tells you how they look. It tells you their mannerisms, how they're going to carry themselves. It tells you what kind of shit they're going to be on. The Bible tells you. The Bible said that in the last days, our women are going to have short hair because they're going to be so hard-headed. They're going to be so against man that they're now against God, basically. And what happened? The feminist movement. Now I'm going to say something really, really strong. When I was growing up, all girls had long hair. I grew up in a time where all black girls basically still had long hair. Like, for a black girl to not have long hair, it was different. I grew up in a time where we was a little bit closer to God. Now, for the people that think that I'm lying or they don't agree with me, these things are in the Bible. You cannot agree with it all you want, but I'm not saying anything that's incorrect. We are God's people. We need to start treating each other like we're God's people. That don't mean we're all kings, and that don't mean that we're all queens, because we're not. There's peasants too, motherfucker. It just means that we have the ability to talk to God. God will move for us. Now, there's other people who are also God's people. So this is not me trying to speak down on anybody. I want to be clear about this. But us, American black people, are God's people. I'm not talking about Africans. Shout out to Africans. No disrespect to them. I'm talking about American black people. We are God's people. So are Haitians, so are Puerto Ricans, so are Dominicans. It goes on and on and on. The point that I'm making is this. We are God's people. Because the Bible, all of the curses that the Bible says that they're going to put on the people of God when we don't follow what God wants us to do, black people suffer from. Tell me where the lie's at. Tell me where the lie's at. Every affliction, every disease, affliction, every mental health problem that the Bible speaks on and says that his people will have in the final days, we currently have. I ain't mean to get off track, but as always, I love our people, but I'm not going to stand by and be a part of the foolishness that's destroying us. I'm just not going to do it. And I don't care what you think about it. I got these people that walk around me flashing money all the time. They hate my guts. They want me dead. Right? Some of them are children. Okay? I have the same energy. Just because they're children, that don't mean that Satan and demons aren't working through them. I don't want any bad for them. Don't get this confused. I hope they come to God. But I know what's going on. And I know how Satan operates. So those children are operating for Satan. I'm never going to not believe that, think that, and feel that. If you're operating for Satan, you're operating for Satan. I don't care if you're 3 months old or if you're 1,000,000 years old. Satan is Satan. I'm going to act accordingly. And I'm going to hold you responsible for your behavior. I promise you. I tell this story all the time, but I don't think people get it. I knew somebody that when I was about 3 or 4 years old told me a lie. They died when I was about 30 something. I made sure I made it to their deathbed so I could tell them about it in front of their kids. I'm not the guy that you want to beef with. I'm not going to be friends with you. And I don't care. And it was a relative, by the way. Don't care. Satan is Satan. Evil is evil. And I love calling out evil. And I love calling out Satan. I don't care if you're 3 months old. I don't care if you're 1,000,000 years old. I'm going to hold you accountable. Don't care. Let's get back to our conversation. This whole black people wanting other black people to be ignorant and go against their best interests, it just pisses me off. This whole thing, it just pisses me off. There's that movie Heat, and in Heat, it says never allow anything into your life that you're not ready to leave in 30 seconds. And I don't. The only thing that's in my life that's going to be forever is God. Period. If he sends me a wife, not a girlfriend, a wife, then her also. And any kids that we make. But other than that, anybody could go. I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to worship God before anything. I'm going to worship God before your feelings. I'm going to worship God before my feelings. I'm going to worship God first. Now, I'm flawed. I got a ton of flaws. Shitload. But I'm not going to add more. And I'm going to try to get rid of the ones that I have. That's called progress. We're not going to stay live too much longer. I ain't really want to do a show today, to be honest with you. Today's Friday, right? Yeah, I ain't really want to do a show today, to be honest with you. I ain't really feel like talking to nobody. I think that I have to leave a place that I don't want to leave. I'm pretty sure I have to leave. And not because I'm getting kicked out, but because I think God is telling me to stay away from those people. Like, I've been going there recently, and it's just been a headache, unnecessary headaches. And I think that's how you know when God is talking to you. You know? I think God is telling me that that's not the place for me. He might have only sent me there so I could spend time with a certain person. And then I didn't do the thing I was supposed to do because I thought that it was going to allow other people to manipulate me. Literally. Literally, I did not talk to some chick that I am completely, I don't know, I'm going to use the word infatuated. I don't know the person well enough for it to be higher than that. But I'll say completely infatuated. And I think that people are going to try to manipulate me. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm single right now. Because I think people be trying to manipulate me. Like, whenever somebody finds something that I care about, they try to use that thing to manipulate me. I don't want to be manipulated. I'd rather just not care about anything except for God. So, fuck it. Let's get back to it. CNN is on the verge of finalizing a lucrative new contract. Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong window. Hold on. I just want to tell you about this real quick because this is more proof that the Democrats have been lying to you. CNN is on the verge of finalizing a lucrative new contract for conservative commentator Scott Jennings, a move that demonstrates the left-wing network's recognition of his growing influence and appeal among supporters of President Trump, according to reports. Now, I'm not sure what happened. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this article or even finding out that this is going on. But what I'm assuming is probably happening is this guy has been doing basically what I do, but he's had other people to talk to. So he's basically been shooting at the Democrats for who knows how long. And in the beginning when he was doing it, they were just lying. And what's happening is now all of the lies that they've told have, blew up into fruition. So now people... Sheesh, I hate when I do that. So now people can see that all of the lies. So now he's winning. And then what's happening is there's people tuning in to watch him absolutely kill the Democrats. So they can't lose him, because then if they let him go, it's going to look like they got rid of the only sane voice. So you also got to give the guy a promotion. I mean, a raise, because we should give people raises who are doing their job well. Believe me, if anybody knows how it feels to be somewhere working or to be somewhere and be doing something, and like I get it. You know, sometimes people just don't appreciate the stuff you want. And I'm not really the guy to be like, I don't really care if you like what I'm doing. I care about, you know, how valuable you consider my time to be. So if I'm spending X amount of time doing whatever, you should at least be able to buy a nigga lunch, like at the minimum. You should at least, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm just talking about us black people and white people just operate different. I promise you. When you do like little tiny stuff for people like Mexican people, like people are just different races. Like they're never going to have you do some kind of physical thing and not bring you a meal. That's the best way I could put it. And if I'm lying, put it in the chat. Jennings, a veteran political strategist and respected voice in the Republican circles whose analyst serves as a counterweight to the network's often left-leaning discussions, is set to receive a substantial pay increase. Yeah, because I also wouldn't be surprised if they're getting rid of people. They should be getting rid of a ton of those people. They're terrible. A lot of these people are terrible. They're terrible. I want to know, what do the Democrats stand for? Like, do anybody know what Democrats stand for? I don't even think the Democrats currently stand for anything. Like, what do they stand for? Other than children getting sex changes, men dressed up like women, dancing in lingerie in front of children, people who don't live in the country coming to the country and then receiving all of the support that people that live in the country should be receiving and aren't receiving, saving, you know, fish that they're all over the planet, but they're also in this little area, and we got to save them. So we're going to put across mandates that's going to also prevent us from being able to put out fires. So I need to know what the Democrats are pro. The Democrats are against kids that have cancer and survive. And we know that to be a fact because we saw it. The Democrats are against being respectful and honoring people who have been murdered by individuals that they illegally allowed into the country. Like, these are the things Democrats are against. They don't like these things. Democrats don't like when illegal aliens get arrested for crimes that they actually committed. They don't like these things. Democrats don't like when the government spends the money on the actual citizens. And I know you're saying I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I need for you to tell me a policy that they... Do you know that they just got in the way of reparations? Hold on. Because I keep hearing our Democrats love black people or all this other bullshit. That was crazy. My shit just disconnected and then reconnected. I don't even know what that was about. Hold on. Who is this? Is this a chick? So apparently, like, and I have no idea why, a lot of chicks have started following my fucking page. Who is this? I don't know. The fuck is this? I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care. Like, I've been, like, a lot lately. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, not that that's a bad thing. I haven't done anything for anybody to be... I'm like, why? Anyway. So, they just recently shot down a reparations bill. Hold on. This is why people don't know what's going on in the world, because they just shot down a reparations bill, right? I put shut down. Let's put shot down. No, I'll just look at this one first before it changes the things, right? So they just shot down a reparations bill, right? But look, when I put it into the thing, ain't nobody talking about it. Look how far down I gotta go for the thing I actually asked for. I'm just saying. Look, Democrat officials have for years nodded approvingly. Look, they've been getting in the way of reparations. They keep bringing it like they want to do reparations, but as soon as the Democrats be like, all right, let's do it, now they don't want to do it no more. They just faking like they want to give reparations. Look at this. Watch this. Let me show you something. See, when you tell people these things and I'm having these conversations with them, they just assume I'm bullshitting or something, you know? Because they want to believe these people. They want to believe that these people are actually good. I get it. But look, I'm not capping. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I'm just giving you information. San Francisco NAACP criticized the city's handling of reparations plan. What can you possibly criticize about the city deciding to give reparation checks to people? Let's see. The NCAA says the NAACP says that they want more details on San Francisco's reparations plan. The organization's San Francisco branch held press conference Saturday at the Third Baptist Church, led by Reverend Amos Brown, the president of president of San Francisco NAACP and pastor of the Third Baptist Church, said that the organization supports the efforts but criticized how the city is handling the draft plan. According to the San Francisco NAACP, the much talked about lump sum $5 million payment is not likely to be put into action by the city and therefore giving black residents San Francisco false hopes. So basically, there's $5 million that they want to give out to the people that live in San Francisco. That's the check, right? So look what these guys are saying. Not one member of this board said we support reparations with cash payments. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the NAACP saying that they do not want the government to give black people checks for reparations. That's literally what they're saying. We support reparations with cash pay. Not one member of the board said that we support reparations with cash payments. They do not support San Francisco sending cash payments to the San Franians. I don't know how you, I don't know. I just say San Franians. That comes from Tecmo Bowl. Do y'all remember Tecmo Bowl, the first Tecmo Bowl that came out in like 1984, 1985, or whenever that came out? 1986, I forget. It probably came out in like 88. Anyway, so my cousins used to use the San Francisco 49ers. I used to use either the Chicago Bears or the Giants, and I used to always call them San Franians because that was how I just made fun of them. Anyway, so I don't know what you call them. San Franciscoians? I have no idea. I was going to make an LGBTQ community joke, but I'm just not going to do it. That joke was a joke of a joke enough. Anyway, not one member of the board said we support reparations with cash payments. So the NAACP don't want people to get checks? And with a definite plan on how to do it. So they want to plan on how to spend the money, but they don't want the money to go directly to the people, the black people. They want to spend it. They want to create the plan on how the money is spent. They don't want black people to just get a check. A draft for this plan, put out by the African American Reparations Advisory Committee in December, currently has over 100 recommendations for how San Francisco could address the legacies of systemic racism in the city. Well, first of all, I think the NAACP is committing systemic racism right now by permitting those people from getting these checks. Some of the most notable are the one-time payment of $5 million to eligible adults, guaranteeing annual incomes of at least $97,000 and $1 homes. So they want to give each eligible adult $5 million. And they also, so that's going to be $97,000 a year annually. So the NAACP, and they'll be able to buy homes for $1. So the NAACP don't want the San Franians of San Francisco to get $5 million apiece over the course of X amount of years at $97,000 a year. But they are also supposed to be the party for black people. Could we look and see how this dude looks real quick? I'm tired of hearing that we gotta just be, we gotta do whatever black people say we gotta do. A black person said that we just gotta follow them. If we don't follow them, that means you hate black people. And you black, so if you don't follow what black people say, that means you white. Let's see what this black person want to do to us. This guy. There you go. This guy. He said he don't want the people in San Francisco to get $5 million payouts. He said he wants to be the one in control of these people's money. I don't understand why this is a thing. I don't understand how this is a thing. So the people in San Francisco could have got $5 million payouts and this guy is in the way of it. He doesn't look white to me. He doesn't look white to me. Y'all always complaining about racism. He doesn't look white to me. So the Caucasian white people want to give the black residents of San Francisco $5 million apiece over the course of X amount of years at $97,000 per year. Shit, shorty is cute as fuck. Part of my language. Who is that? And her name is Maya. This guy does not look white to me. Y'all keep complaining about all of this fucking racism. This dude just stood in the way of how many black people getting $5 million? I'm going to say this again. Racism absolutely exists. 100%. It exists. It's a thing. The problem is it doesn't exist in the same manner in which it previously existed. It turned into something else. And a lot of the racism that we actually experience are from our own people. A lot of it is from our own people. They got that whole house slave, field slave mentality. And a lot of y'all niggas is house niggas now. There's not that many field niggas out there no more. It's a very small percentage of field niggas. A lot of y'all niggas is house niggas. See, it was changed. See, the house nigga used to be the dude that they said called the police, right? It's not like that no more. The house nigga's the nigga that don't want the police to know what they doing because they doing some bullshit to their own people. The house nigga's the nigga that's in the community selling the fentanyl, selling the heroin. It is what it is. The house nigga's the person in the community that's convincing our women to not love our men and convincing our men to not love our women. That's what the house nigga's doing nowadays. The house niggas out here talking about how this is racist, that is racist, that is racist, that is racist, when people are just doing what's in their best interest. They don't even care about you. You're not even a thought. They didn't even know you existed. They're just doing the thing that's best for them and their family. So the house nigga and the field nigga different now. The field nigga got to be scared of the house nigga because the house nigga, he's doing all of the weirdo shit. All of the weirdo shit. You get what I'm saying? That's what the house nigga's doing. Pardon me, the house nigga's doing. All the weirdo shit. So, anybody else find it that there's an issue that all these kids do nowadays is talk about homosexuality? Nobody else find that as an issue? When I was a kid, like, we barely ever talked about gay shit. Like, we never talked about gay shit, just to be honest. The only time anything gay came up was if we saw some gay shit and we laughed at it or commented on it and kept it pushing. Nowadays, go listen to a conversation these kids have. All they doing is talking about gay stuff. Consistently, constantly. That's the only thing that's on their mind is gay shit. It's fucking bananas. I have no idea. I was in the store the other day. Kids just having a regular conversation. And then the other kid just starts talking about gay shit. And now that's the game. I blame the schools. Fam. The kid you just had to be there. It just made no sense. Like, they were just having a regular conversation, and then one just started talking about gay shit, and the other one started talking about gay shit. Then they just started laughing just to themselves, just engaging in gay conversations. And I'm just standing there like, what the fuck? Like, I want to say something, but, like, I don't know these kids, and this ain't my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was in my neighborhood where I grew up, I would have, put them on the game, like, fam. We gotta be better than that. We don't allow this type of thoughts to take over our brain. Like, we're not doing that. We're not gonna be standing around all day trying to figure out what's gay and what ain't gay. We're not doing that. If some gay shit happen, whatever, then we just move on. But we're not gonna sit around all day having whole entire discussions about what's gay and what's not gay. We're just not going to do that. Whether we're talking about it in a positive or a negative light. We're just not doing that. That's it. Let's talk about some football and some shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yo, that's all. It's bananas. It's fucking bananas. I blame the schools. It's bananas. And it just spend the whole time talking about gay shit. It's crazy. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. First of all, I don't get it at all. Like, even as a kid, we didn't talk about sex that much. Like, we talked about sex as we kids and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But and then they be just saying weird stuff to each other, like the insult to be something sexual to another dude. Oh man, I don't want to talk about this. Let's get off this whole topic. It's bananas. Sheesh, it's bananas. I don't know what to tell you. It's bananas. It's absolutely bananas. You know what? I'm very happy that I just don't really talk to people and I stay to myself. That's it. Very happy about that. I don't really talk to you because these are not the people to be talking to. In any regard, this is the guy. Oh man, somebody once said I look like that guy. This is the guy right here. They used to make fun of me, say I look like Danny Glover, but I'm fine with that. Danny Glover's a whole movie star. At some point, women looked at this dude and thought he was fine. So whatever. In any regard, Yeah, so this guy doesn't want us to get reparations. He wants to be in control of our reparations. He doesn't want you to get your money directly to you. So once again, can y'all please stop pretending like white people is the damn problem? White people are not the problem. Are they part of a problem? Some of them are. But white people are not the problem. We are the problem. We don't love each other enough. We don't come together. We get in each other's way. We don't work together. This man just got in the way of a ton of black people getting $5 million over the next couple of years. Please, 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 don't tell me anything at all about white people until y'all address this nigga. Y'all need to address him. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about anything unless it's into this Reverend Amos Brown guy is addressed appropriately. That's crazy. And just so we could be clear, one of the reasons why he said that the money shouldn't go directly to black people is because we're going to waste it and we don't know what to do with money. We basically need to have our hands held. I am not capping. I'm looking for it right now. I am not capping. How many of y'all knew about this? I'm just putting you on the game. A proposed reparation package suggests a one-time lump sum payment. Why does God is always talking to me like, y'all don't understand what just happened. Something just happened about 10, 15 minutes ago, whatever, when I was looking at that picture. He says always, like, he just keeps telling me to do a thing and I haven't done it yet. And fucking lame. A proposed reparations package suggests a one-time lump sum payment of $5 million to eligible black San Franciscans. I think San Franians sound better. Who thinks San Franians sound better? I think San Franians sound better. Black San Franciscans, I don't know, who are descendants of slavery, earned an unlikely opponent this week. The San Francisco chapter of the NAACP rejected the potential measure, arguing reparations should be dispersed via investments and opportunities for the black community, not direct cash payments. Fam, these people hate us. And every time they run out into the street and tell y'all to mobilize, the idiots go mobilize. These people hate us. We strongly believe that creating and funding programs that can improve the lives of those who have been impacted by racism and discrimination is the best path forward towards equality and justice. I want to explain something. How do I keep telling you Democrats steal money? Laundering, right? They open up a clinic somewhere, like a drug clinic. And then that drug clinic gets funding from the United States government and from, X and Y places. And then they go steal the money out of there. Didn't I tell you that? So I'm not saying that this is a thing that actually happened. I'm not going to show it because this is sometimes I have this issue. I know some of these people personally, but this is my job, so I'm going to show y'all. I know some. So Ruben Diaz. I need to show y'all the example. Not Ruben Diaz Jr. Ruben Diaz, not Jr. Shout out to Ruben Diaz Jr. Ruben Diaz. Okay, I put Ruben Diaz Jr. father. What the hell? They trying to erase the nigga from the internet? Ruben Diaz Sr. So I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. So this is Ruben Diaz Jr. Super cool guy. Met him a ton of times. I've interviewed the guy a ton of times. Super cool guy. Dope nigga. Dope individual. Real Bronx nigga too. He used to be a b-boy. For everybody that don't know, he used to be a b-boy. So this is a nigga that used to literally be out here breakdancing and everything else. He was a b-boy. He's street. He's not a chump. I wish he wanted to be a bigger part of the Democratic, political spectrum, but he's happy where he's at. I'm happy for him. Beautiful wife, beautiful family. He's been doing great things in our community. Just so we could be clear, I don't know anything negative about the guy, so please don't take it as I'm trying. Hey, his wife is a cutie too, so please don't take it as well, she was a cutie. I've seen her in person in real life, and you know but she was also a cutie back then. The dude was a b-boy, fam. So just showing you, that's Ruben Diaz. So let's see Ruben Diaz Sr. So Ruben Diaz Sr. ran into some problems a while back. I'll show you what it is. Now, I'm not saying that these accusations are correct, just so we could be clear. I'm just saying that these are the accusations that was made against him. See, now, an aide, this isn't even him. An aide stole $532,000 for the checks. So I guess he's been cleared. I don't know, but I'm telling you about an instance. Ex-Diaz aide stole over $500,000. A former close aide of Ruben Diaz Sr. of the Bronx was a much bigger thief than the senator's tax-funded charities. What did I tell you? Open up charities, and then they fucking rummage through the thing, right? That's what I said, right? So the felony accusations filed in the state Supreme Court in the Bronx alleged that Clement Gardner took over $500,000 in charitable assets. So this is what happens. So why do you think the NCAA don't want you to be in charge of your own money? Why would they want that? Why would the NCAA, I keep saying in the NCAA. Why would the NAACP want to be in charge of where the money goes? So this happened in August. The dude got convicted. In March, he was busy telling people he knew nothing about it. So and he was charged in March. He said he ain't know nothing about it. I guess this is when he got exonerated, because that's when that dude got in trouble. So I guess he got exonerated. Look, had improperly spent. So just so we could be clear, that is how Democrats make their money. In this particular situation, thank God, it seems that it was not Ruben Diaz Sr. It was actually a whole nother individual, which I'm happy for because I love the family. Those guys are great. Sheesh. I'm gonna interview as soon as I make it back to the Bronx 9 times out of 10. The next time I see Ruben Diaz Jr., I'm gonna interview him again. Like, I know the nigga. He knows who I am. The next time I see him at a function or an event, he gonna talk. For everybody that don't know, the first time I interviewed him, it was me bringing attention to something that was a big deal. And there was like, they had called, so he was already gonna have some media meet him out to do a thing. It was one station. It was a Spanish speaking station. I was the only English speaking person that was there covering the event. After that, them niggas invited me to everything. Everything! Just was in the right place at the right time. I was literally, where was I going? I was literally headed to either Taco Bell or something. So I was walking to the Bruckner Boulevard in the Bronx. So I used to live in Crows Avenue. So I'm walking to the Bruckner, like 174th, between 174th and 172nd. There's no 173rd apparently over there. So I used to live over there. So I'm walking to the Bruckner over there to the I forgot what I think I got Taco Bell or something. But there's a KFC over there, a Taco Bell, and a Burger King. I'm not sure which one I got, but I was walking over there to get lunch because I would do the show in the morning, and then after the show, I'd walk and go do lunch. And often when I would walk and go do lunch, I'd be on live and I'd be talking with y'all. Y'all remember how it used to go. We used to be on live basically all day. For everybody that don't know, like we'll be on live like any given day for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. like just walking around New York City and doing stuff. And see, that's the difference. And I just want to point this out. That's the difference between me living where I was living and living where I'm living right now. Living where I was living, like before I even got on the internet, people knew who I was. So when people saw me, there was always respect. You understand what I'm saying? Like, besides the fact that I grew up in an area where people just show respect to each other. Like, it's so much different. And I'm not trying to speak shit about nobody, but it's so much different than where I'm at right now. Like, in the area that I grew up, like, it was, you show respect before you show disrespect. It's not necessarily that way here. You understand? Like, you think about like mob movies and shit like that. Like, that's how niggas operated. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was always love first. Like, always, 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if me and you meet up and we're at, opposing, conflicting points. You know what I'm saying? It was always meet with love first. And this is the Bronx I'm talking about, just so we could be clear. People was outside thinking, I want to get home to my family. People wasn't outside thinking, what some of the shit that people just think in general nowadays. And then on top of that, I also lived in one of the most dangerous areas of New York City, just so we could be clear. Y'all used to see me out there where I just be walking on the block, and it's like there used to be like a shooting every other day. Like, there's shootings out here. But where I was living at, y'all used to be with me. There was a shooting like every other day. Like, the block I lived on, 172nd, going down that street, like, it was a shooting like every other day. And not just like one shooting over there. Like, them niggas was shooting over there, then them niggas was shooting over there, and then somebody got shot over there. Like, this was an everyday thing. We talking about Morris Avenue, Soundview Avenue. This is the area. This is no cat. What else is over there? Bronx River Projects. This is the area. A lot of people that think that they tough couldn't live over there. Because they'd go over there and they'll have their bad fucking attitude and somebody will clap them. I'm telling you. All of this screaming and yelling and being tough, that's not like how they give it up over there. Like, it's just different. It's like, nigga gonna talking shit, but it's different. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into it, but that's where I'm from. That's where I was living at before I moved here, basically. That part of the Bronx. One of the most dangerous areas in New York City. With that being said. Real dangerous, not fake dangerous. No, some places they're dangerous, but they're only dangerous because people are ignorant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're only dangerous because people are stupid. It's not dangerous because the people are actually dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a big difference. They got, like, some places got accidental shooters. You understand what I'm saying? And crash outs. Other places got people who, it's just different. It's hard for me to explain this, but it's just different. But shout out to everywhere. No disrespect to anyone. I think we're gonna end the show. I be honest with you, we had an hour and a half. I think we're gonna end the show. We didn't do no show yesterday. I really ain't wanna. God is so. He's not gonna let me leave until I do the thing he want me to do. But if look, I'm gonna make a deal with God right now, and I want to make it on this. If I do the thing, then I want that. Me and God is making a deal right now. If I do the thing, then I want that. I want to have the ability to run my own spot. And I'll bring the person with me. And we'll have our own shit. And that's creating a legacy. So if I do the thing you want me to do, I want that. I'm more than happy to do the thing you want me to do because it's a blessing. You are asking me to do something that I actually want to do more than you could imagine. So I want to do the thing. Don't get it confused. I haven't yet. But if I do the thing, I want that. You know what I'm talking about, God. I'd appreciate it. That'll allow for me to help change a lot of people's lives for the better. It'll allow for me to not force your word on anybody, because we don't do that. But it'll allow for me to have a larger group of people to, even when I'm not saying God said this, to say certain things that could influence a better future for certain individuals and quite possibly help them make better decisions than I personally made. So I'll do the thing, but I want that. I know I sound absolutely bananas and crazy. There's probably only 3 or 4 people that would hear me say what I just said right now and know what I'm saying is nowhere near crazy. But they've seen enough of my life to know how it works. So, you want me to do a thing, God? I actually do want to do it. More than you know I want to do it. More than any human being could ever know I want to do it. I do the thing you want me to do. But I want that thing. And funding. I'm going to need funding so I could take care of the thing you want me to do. I need... I sound so crazy right now. Like, because there's a lot of shit going on in my life I'm not talking to y'all guys about. So y'all guys don't know. But there are some people that might be watching that know what I'm talking about. And now thinking about that, I probably shouldn't have said nothing. I just talk. So I was talking to Miss Priscilla the other day. This happened like, I don't know. It wasn't even the other day. It was months ago. It was probably like September, October, or some shit. And we talking about a thing. And I was like, you know, I can't lie to people, right? I was like, I don't lie. And she gave me the look, kinda. And I explained, I talk too much. I talk entirely too much. I can't lie. Like, besides the fact lying it's hard for me to do just in general. I talk too much. I said that shit to her. She said, what you right? Like, she ain't say you was right, but she was like you see it, like the wheels clicking, like, you know what, this motherfucker right. He talk way too much to be out here be lying. I can't lie, I talk too much. I don't even be thinking about lying, by the way. But I literally talk too much. Yeah, I mean, I don't be thinking about lying at all. But I literally talk too much. Shout out to Miss Priscilla. I hope she's having a beautiful day. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. I think we got to end the live. I've been drinking so much coffee. You could probably see how jittery I've been. Usually I'm like I drink my coffee, right? And I do be like jittery. But I'm mentioning it now because it's like I feel the jitteriness. Like, I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have no more coffee todays. I remember a while back when we first started doing, well, I said this when I was a kid also, but I reminded God when I first started a while back when I was doing YouTube. So when I was a kid, I asked God for something specifically. And the thing I asked him for was, I said, God, I do not want to become rich or too famous or anything like that unless I have a wife. Because I don't think that I would ever be able to believe that a woman will want to be with me if I got my money first. Because people is trifling. I still stick by that. I reminded God about this a while back. And then as soon as I brought this into the forefront of my thoughts, a thing happened. And I started seeing certain things. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. If I did have a girlfriend, I would want her to hopefully come on the show every now and then so we could have a counter conversation. You know, somebody to have a viewpoint different than mine that isn't just saying the opposite of what I'm saying to be an asshole. I think that's what people be doing most of the time. Like, people be like, this is how you have a discussion. We're just gonna, well, if we're gonna debate, I need for you to actually say relevant things that are true. It's hard to debate with somebody that's just telling you lies. And now every time you say something, I have to show how it's a lie. Then I'm never going to be able to get to any of my points. And I'm never going to be able to have a discussion. My whole entire conversation is going to be refuting what you're saying. So that's why I don't never want to debate. Because those are the type of people that want to debate me. But if we had a way that we could do a debate where I have points, you could refute them, and then you have points and I refute them, or even the other way, I would love that. But where you can only make points and I'm just sitting here refuting your points, and that's all I'm doing, that's not a debate. That's an inquisition. This right here, I want to show you this. This right here is why Democrats are screwed. They're 100% screwed. They haven't figured it out that the American citizens, the majority of Americans, are never going to be pro-illegal immigration. They haven't figured it out yet. He has. He's absolute. Oh, you can't see my cursor. I was hoping you could see my cursor. Yeah, I can't see my cursor. Oh, now you can see it. He has. He's 100% figured it out. He understands in its entirety. Eric Adams. Do y'all remember before I was telling y'all Eric Adams been trying to get the damn immigrants out of the city since like the first year? Like the first year that they started coming, he's been trying to get them out the city since then. This guy's name is Fuchs. Fox? This guy's name is Fox. Haley Fox. That's her name. That's how you pronounce that, by the way, for everybody that don't know. I'm not cursing. I want to see if I could get a pronunciation for that word. Oh, there's a whole group.
Fuchs.
Oh, Fuchs? Okay.
Fuchs.
But that's how they say it, because it's German. Okay, so she's probably German. All right.
Fox.
But look how it's spelled, and then look what word they put here. So
Fox. Fuchs. Fox. Fox. Fuchs.
I'm an incredible linguist. I just don't know
Fuchs.
it.
Fox. Fuchs.
I'm an incredible linguist. I just don't know it. Anyway, Democratic mayors summoned to Washington to answer. This was voluntary. For everybody that don't know, they were there under their own volition. They weren't forced to be there. They agreed to come under their own volition. Democratic mayors summoned to Washington answer for their handling of the immigration crisis, struggling on Wednesday to combat Republican allegations that cities are rife with violent crime and in need of rescuing by the GOP administration. It was the culmination of months of relentless attacks by President Donald J. Trump and his allies, and it set up further moves by the administration, including Vice President J.D. Vance's trip to the southern border Wednesday afternoon to keep Democrats in the defensive crouch on the issue. Republicans in the House Oversight Committee grilled the chief executives of Boston, Chicago, Denver, and New York on the heels of Trump's victory laps in the joint address to Congress Tuesday evening. There, he proclaimed that his administration had become the most sweeping border immigration crackdown in American history. Mirroring the administration's language, Republicans in Congress pulled out isolated incidents of violence by undocumented immigrants to make their case in the cities that sanctuary status should open their jails to federal authorities, despite the mayor saying that there's no law requiring local authorities to coordinate with U.S. immigration officials. I want to say something real quick, and I want there to be a total understanding of something. Federal law supersedes state law, just like state law supersedes city law. I want them to arrest at least one of these mayors, charge them, and then find them guilty. I hope it's the black dude or the chick. because those were the only two that seemed the most we're not gonna comply. Adams 100% want to comply. He's tired of this shit. The other dude, you could tell I'm trying to toe the line, but I'm not really on this. I can go either way. I just want to get reelected. You can tell he on that type of time. Eric Adams is like, look, I hated this shit from day 2. Yo, we going to a commercial break. Be right back.
Harvard, Yale, Stanford. Today I'm going to give you 6 colleges that I believe are underrated. So the first university I want to talk about is University of Vermont. It is often overlooked because of its location. Who wants to go to Vermont? But the amount of opportunities that it has in internships and research is definitely one of the reasons why it should be looked into instead of overlooked. So the university number 2, New College of Florida. This one provides an individualized plan for those of you who are interested in humanities, and it's another university you should take a look into. So if we take a look at the university number 3, it is not really known outside of southern United States, unfortunately. However, it has a lot of opportunity with the Odyssey program, and it gives you research trips, opportunities to make a real impact.
Freaking ran to the bathroom. I thought that video was a little bit longer. Shout out to Greg. We're going to have to interview that man. We got to give him an interview so we can learn a little bit more about some of, hopefully get an interview with him. He'll be a nice, especially if I get the new location. Because with the location that I have now where we're at, I don't have a key to the facility. But especially if I get the new location where I can have control, if this is a possibility, and I can have control over what's going on, I'm going to interview like a ton of people that live in Seagate. Like a ton of them. Especially this gentleman. I'm going to interview the athletes. I'm going to interview everybody. Like, we will 100% have... I'm interviewing everybody. Everybody. Like, obviously people that has something to say, but I'm going to be interviewing everybody. Like, right now we have a spot, but it's not really my spot. Like, I don't got a key or nothing. But if we got that spot, then I have some kind of control over it. I would bring a lot of, who I am to it. I don't really bring too much of who I am to the other place because I know I'm a big personality, and I know something. It sucks being the main character sometimes. Because all people do is think about you. And sometimes all you want to do is just not think about nothing. That's the best way I could put it. Sometimes you just don't want to think about nothing. You're not thinking about nothing. You're just not doing nothing. People just going to look at you and say, I know what he's thinking. Like, that shit sucks. And then they go do weirdo shit because they know what you're thinking. That shit sucks, man. You get tired of having to deal with that all the time. Like, nobody want to deal with that all the time. That's crazy. But in these people's brains, they know exactly what you're thinking. They know exactly all of these things about you. They also don't really know you, by the way, but they know all. You're like, what the fuck for him? Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna end the show. Let me just make sure I spoke on all the points I wanted to talk on real quick. We was just all over the place. I had no show yesterday, and I just didn't really want to do it. Hold on. Quick Vic says, what do they deserve to be arrested for? If you sent the donation and wrote saloon on the donation, you can pull up to the saloon. Other than that, I don't know why you would come in here and ask me about that other than trying to say something divisive. But if you wanted to pull up to the saloon, you can. You could always just send just so we could be clear. I have people that tries to constantly come in here and tease me about a thing. Just so we could be clear. So he's basically saying, can he give a donation? But he's not going to give no donation. He just want to talk to me about one. So I'm going to kick him. And then he's going to pretend like I did something to him. Right? Anyway. So this guy says, what they deserve to be arrested and charged for. What did they do? So they didn't follow federal law. If you didn't follow federal law and you broke federal law, you would be charged and held accountable. So why should they not be charged and held accountable? What federal law did they not follow? They are a agent of the government. They are a mayor. They're an agent of the government. The government sent ICE in order to remove people who are illegal citizens, which is their job. These mayors then created a situation in the system that prevented these individuals from being arrested and removed from the country. And some of these incidents, these individuals then went on to commit crimes against American citizens. If you don't think that that's a reason why a mayor should be arrested, then I don't understand what the problem. I don't get it. But, you know, whatever. You don't think that's a reason why a mayor should be arrested. You know, endangering their citizens, not following the code of law, not following federal mandates. You know, I think that's a pretty good reason to arrest them and put them on trial. I don't know if they'll be found guilty, but I think that's a reason to look into it. You thought I was just saying a thing, I'm assuming. Wait, let me see. Somebody somewhere trying to make content, so you're saying stupid shit. Sometimes I don't answer the questions because people just come in here trying to make content. So they'll say stupid shit that don't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? In order for me to respond so they could then say, see, you don't know what he's talking about. But everything that I've been telling y'all is actually coming out to be the truth. So imagine all of the content that these guys got over years and years and years saying I don't know what I'm talking about, and every single thing that I'm saying was happening is currently happening. It's literally happening. So, now I keep telling you these people work for Satan. I keep telling y'all these people work for Satan. I'm trying to tell y'all something that is factually correct, and they're trying to get in the way and prevent the message. They work for Satan. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Y'all want y'all kids to be saved, and y'all want y'all kids to have a good life, and y'all want y'all kids to be loved by God. The first thing you have to do is show God to them. When you want God to love your child or anyone that you love, you have to bring them to God. You do know that, right? Stop bringing your kids to Satan. Y'all bringing y'all kids to Satan, and then you wonder why you having all of these problems with your kids when your kids get older. You brought them to Satan instead of bringing them to God. Bring your kids to God. You know how happy I was the other day that somebody that I just pulled up to the church? I immediately went up to them and said hi. Immediately. Because I wanted God. I wanted to introduce them to God. So I went over to them and was, you know, said hello. So yeah, those people should be charged. 100. And for the people that keep saying, and for anybody that's saying I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever the case is, they're actually looking into putting charges against them. Not Homeland Security. I'll just put federal, right? Gov. Looking into look, it's for the person that's saying what they gonna charge him with. I ain't lying. These guys, they do not read The Guardian. I promise you don't read The Guardian. These niggas got absolutely flamed and they said it backfired. I advise you not to read that. They got killed. I have clips. I wasn't gonna show none of the clips today, but I have clips. They got absolutely mauled. Republican hammer mayors. Look, even the AP News reported the right thing. Congressional hearing on sanctuary cities filled with half-truths and exaggerations. I be reading stuff. I don't know if I showed this to y'all, but I be reading all this stuff. So they're thinking about charging these mayors. It's a real thing. Denver Mayor Mike Johnson defends the city's immigration policies at a congressional hearing on Wednesday. In many ways, the hearings was more of a political sideshow with lots of half-truths and exaggerations. The first question was asked by Representative James Comer, the chairman of the U.S. House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, set the tone for the entire hearing. Mayor Johnston. Is it Man Johnston or Man Johnson? Man Johnston. Is Denver a sanctuary city? Comer asked. A lot of folk... Wowzers. Sorry about that. A lot of folks use that term. Johnson said folks use that term differently. I can tell you what Denver does. We do not. Comer cut Johnson off before he could finish his thought. Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Many conservatives like Comer use sanctuary city to refer to cities that limit cooperation with U.S. immigration and custom enforcement, but there's technically no legal definition. Denver was never officially called itself a sanctuary city. It was given that title under the President Donald Trump's first administration. In 2000, what? I don't even know what. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. In 2017, acts for sanctuary cities, including Denver, to help U.S. immigration and customs enforcement and crack down on immigration. Crack down on immigration. Hold on. So the president of the United States says we have a problem with immigration. We need to get them out of the country. Let me put these things in place to protect the American citizens. And the Democrats immediately said, no, we're going to use our cities to hide the illegal immigrants. This is what I'm getting from this. I need to know how that's not a crime that somebody should be able to be held accountable for in the court of law. Sounds like this is something that's going directly against the federal law. In response, then Mayor Michael Hancock signed an executive order that created a legal defense fund for people threatened with or in removal proceedings, and ordered the Denver Sheriff Department, which operates the city jails, not to seek federal funding that requires the department to gather and release information. This is crazy. This is crazy. He said we honored detainee requests 1,226 times over the last. This is crazy. Like, I talk a lot of shit about the Democrats, but this is crazy. The mayor's statement is misleading. While Denver notifies ICE agents when someone they're looking for will be released for jail, it doesn't order the other part of the detainee request, which asks local law enforcement to detain people so that the agents can pick them up. So they tell them they got them, and then they let them go so the people could escape. We don't honor detainers. We won't hold someone for ICE. That's not our job. Our officers. Nope. This guy, I think that these people need to be held up on charges. They're writing into law shit that's gonna go against that law. That doesn't even make sense. You can't make a law that goes against federal law. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm just I see the stuff for myself, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Check this out.
To just clarify for America, these mayors are all sanctuary city mayors. But the narrative is no longer comfortable because 3 months ago, we were at the tail end of 4 years of millions and millions of illegals coming into our country. It was out of control. The only thing that has happened since then is we had an election in November. And now we're not pulling the curtain back. We have ripped the curtain from the rods. We have revealed to America just how fast we could have secured our border if you had an executive that was willing to enforce the law. So now we're paying attention to our municipalities. And every one of them is lawyered up. They've changed their narrative. We got example after example. The mayor of Chicago, we must lead with and live by the promise of Sanctuary City. The mayor of Denver, willing to go to jail in defense of Sanctuary City policy. The list goes on. But the policies of these mayors and our previous president have consequences, real life consequences. I have a family here today, Mr. Chairman, who lost their beautiful loved one. This young man was killed by an illegal immigrant in Texas that never should have been in our country. He'll never be here to raise his daughter, Anne Marie, to love and cherish and honor and uphold his beautiful wife, Olivia. And you mayors have responsibility, not just to your communities and the citizens you just want to serve, but by extension to the entire republic. And ICE is responsible to remove millions of criminal, hard-edged criminal illegals from our country. And we've had enough. America's fed up with this betrayal of oath, and you'll be held accountable. One of you said you're willing to go to jail. We might give you that opportunity. This young man will never return to his family, and he should have never been removed from his family. If we had a president and heads of our municipalities that were willing to uphold the federal law that exists. America is moving into a new era of enforcement of our own laws. Welcome to it. Mr. Chairman, I yield.
So I want to be clear about something. I don't really want there to be no misunderstanding. Zero misunderstanding. One of the things that the Democrats love to do is say illegals commit less crimes than naturally, American citizens. If an illegal commits one crime, that's too many. Because if they weren't here, that crime would not have been committed. You're literally importing criminals and saying, well, they're not as bad as the criminals we already got. So, no, I'm not on time with that. I don't want to hear how these immigrants is committing less crimes. There's less of them. They should commit less crimes. How many millions of Americans are there? How many Americans are? Let's just so you can understand what the manipulate. The Democrats are the worst. Hold on. The Democrats are just the worst. Hold on. I got the damn keyboard all the way off to the side. I'm like, how many Americans? How many people live in America? How many American citizens live in America? Citizens. So we have a population of basically 340 million, right? So 11 million. So you don't think 340 million people are going to commit more crimes than 11 million? Also, 11 million illegals? What the fuck? And that was in 2022. So now it's about 11.7? And you think 11.7, you think the fact that 340 million people commit more crimes than 11 million people, it means that the 340 million people are more dangerous per capita? Per individual? No, that's not what that means. I can't stand the Democrats. I'm sorry, I just can't stand them. I just can't stand them. They're always lying. It's like they're literally always lying. If they're talking, they're lying. I can't stand them. I just can't stand them. They're always lying. Hold on, let's see if there's any more lies these Democrats are saying. Let's just find something. Let's just see if this is a lie. Hold on, let me share the screen. I'm just going to show you. I already know it's a lie. Pardon. I already know it's a lie. Look at this.
You had to say one thing to Elon Musk and his 18-year-old Doge, cabal. What would you say?
I'd say follow the law and get the hell out of our agencies. Get the hell out of our government. Nobody elected you. You have no legal authority to be there and no legal authority to do the things you are.
Okay, so first I'm going to explain something. The president is the president, right? President runs the executive branch, right? Well, so hold on. Let's go straight to the executive branch, right? The president runs the executive branch, right? So one of the powers of the executive, the executive branch consists of the president, his or her advisors, and various departments and or agencies. So guess who appoints his advisors? Him! He appoints his advisors. Guess who decides what the various departments and agencies are to do? Him! The president! So there is no, you weren't elected. The person's advisor. Let's just look up the definition for advisor because, the Democrats, you can't trust them. Wait, what the fuck? It's supposed to say, okay, there we go. A person who gives advice in a particular field. So, just so we could be clear, Elon Musk is an advisor chosen by the president, and he runs a department and or agency. That's completely inside of the president's power. Completely. Now let's listen to what she says again.
You had to say one thing to Elon Musk and his 18-year-old Doge, cabal. What would you say?
I'd say follow the law and get the hell out of our agencies. Get the hell out of our government. Nobody elected you. You have no legal authority to be there and no legal authority to do the things you are doing. And the things that Elon Musk is doing hurt real people.
And get the hell out of our agencies. Get the hell out of our government.
Some kinds of anger can't be managed.
So whenever I hear one of the voters parrot what she just said, I feel bad. I'm not mad at the person and I'm not angry. I feel bad because I know that this person is outside saying a whole bunch of things to a whole bunch of people and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. So there's no telling how many people that they just ran up on and said some stupid shit. And now they're complete idiots to these other people who might not have the same compassion that I have to understand you were lied to and you just believe the people who lied to you. Now let me show you this.
On June 12th, 2023, you received Hugo Boss cufflinks and a personalized Mont Blanc pin. Do you know who gave you those?
So I did not receive those personally. The city of Chicago
You received those on behalf
and
of
that's
the city
right,
of
on
Chicago.
behalf of the city of Chicago.
I understand
mayor,
the difference.
Did you just hear what he received on the behalf of the city of Chicago? Explain to me how the city of Chicago is supposed to use any of these things.
Those. On June 12th, 2023, you received Hugo Boss cufflinks and a personalized Mont Blanc.
A personalized anything.
Pin. Do you know who gave you those?
So I did not receive those personally. The city of Chicago
You received those
them.
on behalf
and
of
that's
the city
right,
of
on behalf of the city of Chicago,
I
every
understand
mayor
the difference.
in the
Do you know
history of
who-
Chicago who has
Do you know who
provided
gave those
gifts
to the city of Chicago? Do you know who gave those to the city of Chicago?
So again, on behalf of the city of Chicago, there
It's
are
a yes
gifts
or no
that are
question.
received,
Do
but I
you?
do not
Do you-
accept. Those are not
Do you
my
don't-
personal
so you
gifts.
don't know.
Those are the gifts of the
On-
city
on
of
March
Chicago,
18th,
and that's why you are aware
2024
that they exist.
He's explaining how the mayor is actually in somebody's pocket and he's on the take.
Because they're
Reclaim
within
my
the law.
time here, sir. On March 18th, 2024, you received a Gucci tote bag.
Apparently, the city needed a Gucci tote bag.
Do you know who gave you that? Gave the city of Chicago that?
Ken, I was here and I was invited.
I'll also
to
take that as
respond
no.
to the
On March
questions
19th,
around
2024,
welcoming
the
city. I'm happy to answer
Chicago
any of those
received
questions.
A Givenchy bag, a Kate Spade purse, and Carucci.
So a Genevieve bag, a Kate Spade purse, and a Carucci shoes. Obviously, those is for his wife. Or his girlfriend. Imagine if those are for his girlfriends, not his wife, and now his wife is like, I didn't get no Givenchy bags. So these are the people y'all vote for.
Shoes. Do you know who gave the city of Chicago those?
Again, I was brought.
I'll take that as a no. I'm reclaiming my time
to respond
here, sir. I am
on behalf of the
reclaiming
city
my
of Chicago
time.
of
This
what a welcoming
raises
city
serious
ordinance
ethical
is.
concerns. You're providing an enormous amount of aid to illegal aliens, aiding and abetting criminals who have come into our country illegally. And you yourself are receiving an enormous amount of gifts, and you won't even tell us who they're coming from. That
Barry,
raises
time is up.
serious ethical
We have a
concerns.
5-minute.
Fam. These are the people y'all voting for. Then you're going to hear black people that's going to say, well, I'm assuming at least it's not white people. Stupid asses. Anyway, check this out. This right here is super funny. So there is this lady who she's a politician and she is married to an illegal alien and they're about to take her husband away. Check this out.
My husband away. These are FBI agents who work for Border Patrol. Okay?
And I just want to be clear. She's talking like they're doing something wrong.
My husband away.
How is he your husband? You're a whole California councilwoman. And how is he still an illegal immigrant? You haven't been able to, with a long criminal record. So you married a nigga that had so many crimes, he probably couldn't become a legal resident of America. And now it's ISIS problem that they're taking this criminal with a long history of criminality and they're deporting the nigga. And you mad?
My husband away. These are FBI agents who work for Border Patrol. Okay? I want everybody to know.
8 FBI agents surrounded us and they said that they had a deportation order for my husband. They never showed me anything. They never showed my husband anything.
She says they've been married 2 decades and he's lived in the United States 30 years.
I don't know what to do.
I'm going to say something for everybody that don't get why I said what I said in the beginning. So I have not seen this whole video, so I don't know everything that they're going to say. I only saw like the first 3 seconds of it. But from what I grasped, where we at, the 27 second. But from what I grasped, and I'm going to say this again, I want to just so we could be clear on this. From what I grasp, what actually happened to the dude is he can't get a citizenship 9 times out of 10 because he has a long criminal record. Meaning, even though he married her and they're supposed to be husband and wife, I don't know how official it is, he still can't get he still can't become an American resident 9 times out of 10 because of the crimes he has committed or the crimes he's been accused of committed or whatever the fuck. So I just wanted to, so we can have I'll show this because this is, hold on, not yet. I'll show you that in a minute. That's just absolutely bananas. We got to do better. So that's what she's complaining about. That her criminal husband, who's been in the country for X amount of years, who's done X amount of crimes, is now being accosted and taken away, as he should be.
And he's lived in the United States 30.
Now, I don't know when he has committed these crimes. I personally think if the last time he committed a crime was like 10 years ago, leave the nigga alone. That's what I think. Last time he committed a crime 10, 20 years ago, leave him alone. But I'm going to tell you what's happening. What's happening is she's one of those people that's out there talking about don't deport. And she's one of those people that's out there talking favorably about the illegals. 9 times out of 10, that's why they came for her husband.
Years. I don't know what to do. My husband has lived in this country longer than he's lived in his own country. We have a family.
Did your husband have a criminal record?
My husband wasn't perfect. But whatever he did, he paid for it.
I promise you, right now, he getting shipped home because of her. I promise you. Hold on. What's this lady name? Let's see what she's been saying. Sakaloff? Is that her, Maria? Hold on. Kristen. Let's see what she's been up to. Let's go look at her Instagram. Let's see what she's been up to. I want to be fair. No, just show me the page. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to comment. I just want to see the thing. Look what type of content she's putting up. This is huge. Cash Patel, along with federal authorities, have arrested 2 active duty U.S. and 1 former soldier for stealing sensitive military intelligence. That's actually a pretty good post. I'm pro her. Shifty Swift wants to talk about fear, censorship, indirectly refers to as dictator. You know what? I'm here for these. You know what? This is the wrong person. Okay, hold on. What is she? Councilwoman. That's why I was like, I'm agreeing with what they're writing here. What the hell is going on? Not the person. Raging heterosexual. Let's see if this is the lady. Nope. Same fucking lady. Did I spell her name right? Hold on. Because this... Okay, so this is her Instagram. I'm going to have to... Okay.
And he had been here doing...
That's her Instagram. All right, hold on. I really don't want to have to log in to shit. I might have to log in. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. And then I'll just write her name and see if they're going to pull it up. What this says? What the fuck? Oh, uncensored. Why did I spell censored with an S? I don't know why I mixed up the S and the C. I have no idea. I think I'm dyslexic or something. Okay. No, I don't care about none of that. Wait, hold on. They didn't even let me go to her page. Hold on. This is crazy. I might need to go to her page from my phone. So they not letting me. What the fuck? Okay. She should have been censored. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to go from my Instagram and show y'all. Now I'm interested in finding out what the fuck this is. Oh, wow. So shorty's fine. Sheesh. But this is way too much. I mean, she looks fine and all that, but I like petite. Wait, do I know her? No, but she do look like homegirl. 100% look like homegirl. But they all look the same nowadays. Like they all look the same. Like all women look the same. They all go get the same body treatment. All go put their makeup on the same. All go do everything the same. Most women just look the same. Here's what it is. K-Sock Uncensored. Yeah, just be looking the same. Whatever. People got a right to whatever, right? Oh shit! Did she shut off her Instagram? She might have cut her damn Instagram off. No, that's the wrong person. Ah man, I'm never gonna find this lady I'm looking for on Instagram. What the fuck? I'm so upset I'm cursing. Oh, that is the person who uploaded it. So I don't know who that councilwoman is. Hold on, I need to find out councilwoman. So let's put that in. Okay, so hold on. This whole time I thought that was the councilwoman's name. California councilwoman. What she did? Councilwoman, husband detained by ICE, right? Was that a Walmart parking lot? Let's look at the image real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this back in here. Was that a Walmart parking lot? Let's see. Let's back up.
Doing everything he had to do. We did our taxes.
That could... Yeah! Walmart! This is it. Yadira Perez, Yadira Perez. Let's go look at Yadira Perez's jump off. Let's go see what's going on with her. Boom. Oh, it's her Instagram. Let's see what she's been doing on her Instagrams. Is this her? I don't know. Yada Crown Toyota. That might not be her. No, that's not her. Council. There we go. That was right there. It didn't even look sis. Okay, so this is allegedly hers. I don't think it is, though, but whoever this is probably going to see some of the things that she agree with and disagreement. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to God. Give him the glory. I'm assuming that that's what's said, which I truly cherish. My deepest thanks to my, can't see what that says. This is probably also supporters. My husband and children who unwaveringly support. Don't know what that says. And understanding have been sent you out there. Could I tap one? No, because I got to log in. Yeah, that's definitely her. Oh, those is her kids. Those are definitely her kids. I want to see what her policies and politics are real quick. We want to know how does she improve public safety, enhance local businesses. This doesn't look like she's against Trump stuff. Support seniors and veterans. But you don't never know nowadays because they'll say support seniors and veterans while at the same time saying that Trump's trying to cut funding to seniors stuff and veteran stuff that he isn't. So this might not be the main. This might be her personal page, I think. What the fuck is this up there for? I want to see. I don't want to see no more. Okay. Mills are Russ. This might be her making all the jokes. No, it's not. Hey, she a cutie. Yeah, she's a cutie. That's her husband? Yeah, that's definitely her husband. Look at the hand. She's a cutie. Shout out to them. I like seeing a happy couple. So I don't know what her policies are currently. So let's try to find out what she's up to. Hold on. Did I put Yadier Perez? Let's see what she thinks about immigration. Don't want to get the arrested stuff. Let's go back far as possible. Immigration. Let's see what she said in 2024. Oh, 2014. See what she said in 2024. Look for something from 2024. I'm gonna go back some. I'm curious. I don't know her position on any of these matters. I'm assuming she's a Democrat. This is actually one word. Let's see what's that political party? I'm curious. Anyway, so her husband got arrested. I'm curious. But she's in California. I don't trust any of those politicians in California. They're just destroying their city. I know a couple of people that live out there that I talk to on a reg, and it's really not good out there. I ain't gonna call nobody names. I don't want nobody to get harassed. But I do know a couple of people that live out there. And it's bad. Like, they're really fucking California up in numerous different ways. Hey, look at this. Hold on. Let's talk about this for 2 seconds. Yo, look at this lady. She's upset she got fired after twerking. Damn, she's pretty. How can you be? This is the problem. They be tricking you. They be pretty as hell. And then they be stupid as F. Sheesh. Why would you not think that would get you fired? Sheesh, she's pretty as hell. Also, I would absolutely not want to be in a relationship with a woman that is going to do this. That's how we pay our bills. What are you doing going in and doing that? That don't even make sense. This is how we pay our bills, and you going in and you doing all of this fuckery. She don't got to worry. Somebody's going to contact her and give her a big opportunity. Might be Diddy. Sheesh. This is crazy. Yo, we really think, black people really think that they can just go be black everywhere, or people of color think that they could just go be black everywhere and it's cool. No, some behaviors for home. Some behaviors for home. They have convinced y'all that it's okay to come outside and bring behavior outside that should not be outside. A lot of this behavior needs to stay home.
Letter from President.
This is why the Democrats are about to lose so big. So big. Democrats. I should I'm gonna say something super funny right now. Bear with me. So there's people that think I could sing. I cannot sing. What I can do though is I can mimic sounds and shit like that sometimes. So they be thinking I'm singing, but I'm not singing. I'm just mimicking something that I heard. That's it. And depending on who it is, I get really close. I kind of do like, so that's what I do. I do not know how to sing. And I'm saying that because I forgot why I brought it up. Anyway, so they said there's no greater hate than liberals. And I just want to be clear about something. Fam, how in the hell do they applaud Zelensky wanting to do more war, but they can't clap for a kid that's beating cancer? I need somebody to explain that to me.
Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you.
So hold on. Let me explain something real quick. So this is what actually happened. When Zelensky was supposed to go meet with Trump, first he met with these politicians in America. They basically told him Trump was trying to trick you. And they made him go into the meeting with Trump thinking negative about what Trump was trying to do. So therefore, he's in the meeting completely just trying to prevent Trump from whatever Trump is trying to do. He's trying to make sure he don't do it because he was told that Trump is trying to hurt him. So the reason why this actually is big in my life, because that's how people convince people to go and do bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll go to them before I talk to them. My father used to do this all the time. This is one of the main reasons why if he is still alive, I'm never going to talk to him again. So, or my oldest brother. So what they would do is they'll go and tell the early lie. So they'll go and before whatever the issue is come up, they know it's going to come up because they're going to create the problem. They go tell the lie before they create the problem. So now after they create the problem and now the problem exists and now I'm trying to solve the problem, they already created a lie before they created the problem. So now it's just impossible for me to fix the situation. Just impossible. So then now you gotta wait a couple of months, sometimes a year. It depends on how much you have an interaction with the individual and how much, it's a lot going on. So sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes it might take a couple of months, but sometimes it takes a year. That's why I'm telling y'all, you give it up until about fall of this year. The Democrats are done. They're never going to stop lying. They can't. Because if they stop lying, they have to admit that they lied. They can't admit being wrong. You understand? They're not wrong. They're lying. So they can't admit being wrong. Do you get it? The only thing they could admit to is we knew what we were saying to you was a lie. They can never admit that. So therefore, they have to stay with the lie forever. So that's why I'm telling you, you give it to the fall. By the time y'all know a lot of these people out here that's claiming to be whatever they're claiming to be and they're like pro-Democrat or whatever, they're paid. Y'all guys are following behind people that's paid to lie to y'all. Y'all go into these marches. Y'all go into all of these different events for people who is specifically paid to lie to you to get you to be there. Don't worry. By the time fall comes, it's going to be so obvious. But there's still going to be people that's going to be on the side of the Democrats because they're not going to. They don't care. There's a lot of black people that live by this. They don't care if they're doing the wrong thing. As long as it's not a white guy. So they don't care that that black person is killing other black people as long as it's not a white person. They don't care that that black person over there is raping or graping women. As long as it's not a white person. You get it? So they don't care what crimes are committed against black people as long as it's not a white person. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, the worst racism right now being committed against black people are committed by black people. Real quick, I'm going to show you. Because by me saying it, it's a waste of time, right? I'm going to show you. Do you see my question? Do you see my question? Do you see the answer? So why are all of these black people in an uproar talking about if they get rid of DEI, they can't get hired? Now, just so we could be clear, according to data, this is what I mean by I be having conversations with people, they don't know what they're talking about. And some of these people I like. So I'm sitting there like, how the fuck could I tell them that they don't know what the fuck they talking about without insulting them? So sometimes I just walk away. I'm being honest with you. Because I like you. So, fuck. So I just walk away. According to data and expert opinions, white women have historically been the group that has benefited most from diversity, equity, and inclusion. Initiatives, particularly in the workplace, often due to their categorizations as a minority group in diversity metrics when considering gender representation alone. I absolutely was the kid in class that always wanted to read when the teacher was like, who want to read? I was raising my hand like a mug. I ain't gonna cap. Hold on. Oh, shit. Y'all couldn't see the thing. Oh, she's a whole beauty. She's a whole...
Because you chose.
Hold on. Y'all couldn't see it. Hold on. Let me show y'all. What group of people... I didn't know I wasn't on the right screen. I want to apologize. What group of people benefit the most from DEI? This is the answer. I wish I gotta figure out how to resize this shit without my I used to have a touch screen. I don't have a touch screen no more, and I don't have, this is a PC, it's not a desktop laptop, so I don't have one of those. So I don't have one of these things, so I don't know what I'm watching right now because I got it under a lot of stuff. So I don't have one of these things, you know, this thing right here, so I could go like that. So I'll be over here like, how the fuck am I gonna make this shit? How can I zoom in? I don't know what's the zoom in, but... There we go. All right, like, fuck it. I'm going to figure it out now. All right, there we go. All right. So, because I really want to bring this up on the screen. So, why do black people keep acting like if DEI goes away, that black people aren't going to get any jobs? Can somebody explain that to me? I just dropped something on the floor. I'll get it later. Can somebody explain that to me? Why do black people fight so hard for DEI? So y'all black people, and I'm talking specifically about the ones that don't like white people. I'm talking specifically about you guys. I don't like you guys, by the way. All of you black people that just don't like other races of people for no real reason, you're racist. I don't care for you niggas. Just so we can be clear. In any regard, my daughter's half white, and if I have it my way, I'm gonna have another kid that's gonna be half Puerto Rican. Apparently, God said 3 of them. So let's see what happens. In any regard. So, you mofos that keep talking about DEI, you racists. Racists that keep talking about if DEI go away, black people can't get hired. But white women historically have been the group that benefited the most from diversity, equity, and inclusion. So you people, and I'm talking specifically about the black people that don't like white people. So y'all out here campaigning for white women all day while at the same time hating white women? Y'all hate white women. I do not hate white women, by the way. But y'all hate white women. Y'all hate them. I gotta hear all day about, there was some chick that was seeing some white chick with her hair braided and had the nerve to go over to her and tell her she can't wear braids. Shut up, you damn troll. That white girl got the right to wear braids. She can wear her hair any way she want to wear it. How about that? Why don't you get those white people hair out of your hair? How about that? Let me not do that because we're not going to trade insults. I apologize about that. But you do understand my position. Stop. Sheesh. So some fucking, pardon me, some video of some black lady harassing some white woman because she had braids in her hair. And affirmative action. Many studies indicate that white women have significant gains and opportunities during affirmative action. So all of these things that black people keep being a part of, that they're creating, that's supposed to actually help black people in the workplace, have been helping white women, and black people have been fighting so hard to keep these things around. Not that they shouldn't. I mean, I don't really care one way or the other. I'm just showing that these people are hypocrites. I don't care that white women is getting jobs. I don't care. Like, shout out to them. I don't care if black women are getting jobs. I don't care. Shout out to them. Like, I'm not upset is the point that I'm making. Whoever's getting a job is getting a job. I'm not upset. This observation has led to criticism that DEI efforts sometimes inadvertently benefit certain groups more than others, particularly those who might not face the same level of systemic barriers as other marginalized communities. So let me say something real quick. We got to get out of here because this show's going way too long, and it's stuff that I want to do today. And before I do any of the stuff that I want to do today, I want to play some video games. So we're gonna have to. Should I go live with the video? Maybe not. We won't go live today. I don't know if y'all care if I go live. I be feeling like y'all don't care if I go live. I be feeling like it's not a big deal, so I don't be caring. Gotta put this screen back to. Oh wow, since I can make the type super small now too, because sometimes it's just, well, I need glasses. My eyes is fucking with me. But you know, we'll get that fixed out. In any regard, wait, that's still too large. That's good. Anyway, so I am not a fan of this whole DEI BS. I'm just not a fan. I'm sorry. Let me show you another clip. I'm just not a fan.
It's been very clear from the beginning that President Trump views this as a protracted, stalemated conflict, and frankly, it's a proxy war between nuclear powers, the United States helping Ukraine and Russia. And it needs to come to an end. And no one has any idea or any plan to bring it to an end. The plan of the Ukrainians up to now and their allies on Capitol Hill and the people you talk to in other countries is, let's just keep giving them as much as they need for as long as it takes. That's not a strategy.
Shutting out the outspoken Republicans. California's Democratic Assembly Speaker made a controversial decision.
I need more on this before we talk about that. I need way more. It's so wild when you try to tell somebody something over and over again and they arguing with you.
You were at the board.
It's so wild when you're trying to tell somebody something or inform people of information or whatever, and they just arguing with you. And you're trying to use kid gloves because, you know, they were ill-informed. Smart people, don't get it confused. You know, smart people get lied to also. Smart people believe lies also. So smart people, you know, not knocking anybody. There's a ton of super intelligent people that believe things that were lied and believe lies, all right? So we're not doing that. But check this out.
You were at the border yesterday, fabulous,
Yes.
with the Vice President, the Secretary of Defense. Now, you revealed that the Biden administration, I didn't believe this headline, that they deported only 8 out of 100 illegals with ties to ISIS. That can't be. I mean, I actually can't even believe that's true.
Fam, do you know how insane that is? They had 100+ people with ties to ISIS. They deported 8.
8 out of 100?
I had the same doubts that you had when I got this information from our
Fam, that's not even believable, but it happened.
National Counterterrorism Center.
Biden in office. I got a bigger thing to tell you. I don't know if I'm going to tell y'all today or tomorrow. I might tell y'all tomorrow because we're about to get off, but sheesh.
Because it is inconceivable to me to have a commander-in-chief and a president who would knowingly return those who are either known or suspected terrorists or those who had very close ties with known or suspected terrorists back onto our streets in their country. But unfortunately, it's exactly what happened. There were over 400 illegal immigrants who came from Central Asia into our country. Of those, there were hundreds who had either ties to terrorists or were terrorists themselves. As you said, the Biden administration arrested a bunch and then let them all go back into our country, other than 8. So this is where we are working very closely with the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI, with our National Counterterrorism Center, to make sure that we find them, that we remove them, and that we have the vetting in place to take this action to remove those from our country immediately who pose a threat.
That's bananas. That's just freaking bananas. And for everybody who missed this earlier, I'm going to play. Wait, hold on. What's this clip? Hold on. Listen to this clip.
From Central Asia, there were over 4,000 people who came across our borders using an ISIS-affiliated network. Our National Counterterrorism Center went through and identified those individuals. There were hundreds of them who were either known terrorists or associated with known terrorists. That information was provided to the Biden administration. You may remember in some of the news, a little over 100 of those people were arrested in 2024. Of those who were arrested, only 8 were either deported or remained in custody.
I love that rogue thing that she has going on. That's natural. Something happened to her, and so I think she was like in the military or something, and her hair just happened to turn white. Like she had an experience that turned her hair like that. Like that's bugged. It happens. But even more importantly, that shit look fly. That shit look fly as hell. I ain't gonna cap.
Only 8. The rest of them were released back into our country.
Not her. I mean, she looks like a regular white woman. She's not ugly at all, but, you know, she's not ugly. She's not necessarily, like, super bad or nothing like that. She looks like average. But that hair thing is definitely lit.
Where are they? What are they doing? What may they be plotting? This is just...
Also, you could tell by her mannerisms. She was in the military, but you could tell by her mannerisms she still work out.
The beginning. There are many, many areas that we need to stay very focused on, working with Department of Homeland Security, working with the FBI to ensure that we're keeping the American people safe. Our Counterterrorism Center is working on making sure that we have that.
I think one of the dopest things you could have is a spouse that y'all, you know, we're not working out every day, but 2-3 days out the week, you know, we could do stuff together in the house, and probably like 1 day out the week head to an actual gym if we don't have gym stuff in the crib. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
That single source for vettings.
I mean, it only 30 minutes. We could stretch for 30 minutes or do some other bullshit exercises for like 15-20 minutes. Like, no, nothing. We're not trying to kill each other. We're just trying to make sure that when we get, you know, 10 years from now, 6-7 years from now, we still in reasonable shape, right?
So that we can figure out who is actually in our country and identify those who pose a threat and get them removed.
Let's see what this is. I do got something. I'm behind this 100%. I don't know who else is behind this, but I'm behind this 100%. I want them to deport every single which one of those people that's calling themselves students that really aren't students. They're freaking paid agitators. Deport every last one of them. Take every last one of their visas. Every last one of them. For every student that has any type of government funding and they're doing this shit, strip all of their fucking grants. For any school that is not working with local authorities to put an end to this shit, take all of their grants. There's people that's going to school to learn. There's people that's trying to be the first person in their family to get a degree. There's people that their family's livelihood depends on their success. And these individuals is in here doing this. Get rid of all of them. Didn't I tell you something like this was going to happen, though? I think they mentioned it, and I was like, I think this might be a possibility. And last but not least, I want to go out showing you this. So, remember how the people who are pro-Democrat always want to talk about how the insurrection, put those people in jail, those people that did the insurrection. I think some people think they should get the death penalty and everything. Like, it's bananas. Well, check this out. Are we going to lock them up too? Are we going to lock them up too? I don't think any of these people should be locked up, just so we can be clear. But are we going to lock these people up too? I think what happened at the Capitol, some of those people do need to be locked up and put in jail. Do not get this confused. But I think on the whole aspect of what was going on, I think the majority of the individuals there was just walking around meandering about. The individuals that was going into people's offices and stuff like that, I think they need to be held accountable. We're not doing that. The individuals that was breaking shit, they need to be held accountable. Everything else this is the people's building. They should be allowed to come in and peacefully protest. Peaceful protest should be allowed basically anywhere that is a government facility. Some of these peaceful protesters can't be inside of the building due to what the building is. But no, I think you should be able to peacefully protest any First Amendment. So no, I don't think these guys' First Amendment rights should be taken away, even though they wanted to take away all those other people's First Amendment rights, just so we can be clear on what we're discussing. With that being said, we got to get out of here, because right now I'm just procrastinating and I'm just finding stuff to show y'all. I think I'm getting back into my mode where I actually like doing the show a lot. So like this is a 3-hour show. We haven't been doing 3-hour shows lately, so it is what it is. With that being said, I love y'all. I think I'm just thinking about a thing, and so it's making me not want to get off the live, because then I might have to go actually like, comment, subscribe, join go out there in the world today, do something worth doing, stamp God's name on it, let people know that you come in the name of God. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang, hashtag Bronx Boomers, let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.
Hey! Is the noon train on time? supposed to be. Feels like it's time. Fair enough.